Y'all saw when I learned that line dance? Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. One young lady left me a comment and said, that dance should never be done by saints. She didn't see the children of Israel when they marched all around the walls of Jericho, marching, dancing, and singing, and the walls fell down. Rightly divide the word of truth. Hey everybody, it's your girl Supportive Mom. Y'all, I went on my train trip. I really enjoyed it. And I sat down and I watched the video and I went through it. So I said, let me go back and mention a few things that I left out. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about a few things that I noticed during the train ride that I didn't mention in my previous video. Let's just discuss a few of the things that I left out. The first thing that I want to mention is how polite everyone was. Y'all, everybody that I encountered from day one, so helpful. They was very polite. So yay! Big old shout out, hand claps and cheers to Amtrak. I'm not gonna say training your employees to be polite, but we're gonna say for hiring nice, polite people. From the first day that I purchased my ticket here in Memphis, I went down to talk to the young lady and I explained to her how this was my first train ride. I didn't know anything about the train ride. So Amtrak, if you're looking at this, y'all need to give her a day off or reward or something. This young lady stood there and walked me all the way through everything that was gonna happen from Memphis to Minnesota. Y'all, she was on it. Let's talk about boarding. Y'all, I actually thought that they was gonna come out and say, all aboard. Y'all know how they do. I thought they were going to do that board, but they don't. So I'm over there, y'all know me with my camera, snapping up, taking pictures, not knowing that everybody's down there lining up. So when the train pulls into Memphis, Memphis Station is outside. It's not like the larger cities. So I see all the people getting off of the train. I'm thinking that they're all going to get off, get their luggage, and we're going to start boarding. That is not what happened. I'm standing there taking pictures, and I see the young lady comes out that works at the station, and she said, girl, if you don't get down there and get on that train, they are boarding the sleepers now. So they don't say all aboard. So if you have your ticket, make sure that you get to that train and get on your train. Don't be doing like me standing around waiting to hear no all aboard. Let me listen so I know when I got to get on here. Okay. The coach cars, what I noticed that one young lady did on her train when we was going through, she boarded her cars according to what city or where you was going. Like if you were going to Chicago, Homewood, Milwaukee, she put you in the car according to where you was going to get off at. What she was doing was that's a safety precaution. So I really like that. That way they would only have to open up the door of that car. So we wouldn't have anybody hopping on the train if all of the doors are opened up. I noticed there's not that many assistants to where there's one in every car. You have a personal assistance in the sleeper car. And then I noticed different train workers that will walk throughout the car, you know, to make sure that your ticket is correct, that you're on the right train and all of that. Let me tell y'all this little story. We was coming from Chicago to Memphis. I heard her asking him, why was he in the Memphis car? He wanted to give her a hard time, of course, because y'all know this was the train that was coming to Memphis. And y'all know how us Memphis people in New Orleans know how we act. We're a little hard-headed at times. But she was telling him if he was not in that correct car because he wasn't coming to Memphis. If I remember correctly, he was going somewhere in Mississippi. And she was explaining to him that the Memphis door would not open up once he got, you know, to where he was at. He wouldn't be able to get off the train. So he gave her a hard time.
I understand what you're saying. So can I get my stuff together and I can
I'll be right
move
there
out?
waiting on you, okay?
You can wait 1,000 damn years. I'm going to put my stuff together and coming along. I'm sick of these people, man. I'm like, man, why you always harassing me?
I heard him eventually go back to the car that he was supposed to be on. Something else I noticed on the trains that I didn't mention was trash cans. They have the very nice disposable. You all have seen them when you're out at the places, those nice square cardboard trash cans. I noticed those at the front of each train car. So that way you can throw away your different things, because you know you're snacking. You can dispose of it, or someone comes along and picks it up. But be polite. Throw your own trash away. There's a very nice cafe. If you don't have a sleeper car, you can't go to the dining room. The way the train is set up, it won't open up for the people that's in coach to even get back there. If you do get back there, because what I did, once I switched from a roomette to my coach car in Chicago, I tried to go and see if I could get into the dining room car. And the young man stopped me. He said, "May I help you?" And that is because those that are coming to the dining room are coming from a different direction. So he knew that I did not belong in that area. But there's another way that you can eat also. There is a cafe that opens up. The cafe is sort of like, you know, in a hotel, how they have a little area where you can purchase things. But the difference is you can get a burger, hot dog, mac and cheese, different things like that. There's a little register there. You line up. You go through, pick up everything that you need. Candy bar, water, you pay for it. If you want a hot dog or something, then he throw it in the microwave. Well, not throw, but he will place it in the microwave for you and give it to you to eat. That's the difference in having the sleeper car and having a coach seat. And also, now that I'm mentioning the sleeper car, let me mention this. What I had was a roomette. The next time I go on a train ride, I think I'm gonna get a bedroom. I looked in one lady's room as I was walking through. She had a bed. There's a full restroom in there, but you can actually get a complete suite bedroom on the train that has everything in there that you need. So I'm thinking a person that may have a child that's autistic, the train, this would be perfect. Get a bedroom for that child. That way they won't get all disturbed. So that is a possibility. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that because my child is this way or that way." Or the trains, they are equipped. I noticed that. If you just so happen to get an injury, as someone did on the train I was in, there was a young lady sitting to the right of me. She went to make her tea in her seat. I don't know why anyone would bring boiling water in a cup to a seat on a train. But this young lady went and got her a cup of tea from the cafe, and I'm sitting over there nodding about to doze off. All of a sudden, I hear, "Ah! Ah!" Y'all know I'm thinking, "Oh Lord, it's a terrorist. What's going on this train?" This young lady has spilled this scalding hot water all over her feet. Her husband is getting up. He's trying to help her. And y'all know he go and get, somebody that works for Amtrak to come. I do hear them offer her a medic. They told her that they could have the medic to meet us at the next city or town, where we were stopping.
It's obviously clogged, but if there was any kind of, even on a septic or something, in the person would put
I can get you the ointment if you have any burn ointment in your. You can call for medics. They got the ice and got it off pretty fast, but the blisters are already popping. I can't keep the ice on there. I'm gonna need some. So what I need is you should have. Do you not have any first aid kit?
Yeah.
same time, she was going on and on about her foot was blistering up and she just didn't understand why they didn't have all the things that she would need for her foot. And they tell her later, we can get you a medic. But she was asking for that accident report. I need a copy of the accident report. She kept stressing that. So if you get injured, they will have a medic to meet you. So don't worry about that, what happens. Same thing happened if you're on an airplane. When you land, they get you where? To the hospital, okay? Luggage. When I went from Memphis to Chicago, different stations do different things. I was on what they call the New Orleans train. Each train has a name also. Y'all, I like that too. So from Memphis to Chicago, I was on the New Orleans train. And on this train, you can check your luggage. I checked my luggage from Memphis to Chicago. But here is a little plus that I didn't know. Y'all know how I told y'all about all the perks with the sleeper? Another perk that goes with that is once you go into that nice Metropolitan Lounge, they have a very nice room where they actually hold your luggage for you. So you don't have to be bothered with your luggage. I had a 3-hour layover. I was able to go and explore, eat, rest, just do whatever I wanted to do and not have to be bothered about my luggage until about 20 minutes before it was time for me to board. And that's when I went and got my luggage. Then when I went from Chicago to Minnesota on the Borealis train. On the Borealis, you are not allowed to check your luggage. You have to take it on yourself. But of course, there was a nice couple, and it actually was the couple, the young lady that burned her foot, her husband placed my luggage up on top of me. There's plenty of space, plenty of exiting. Getting off on the train. This was another something funny that happened. Where you on the train stops at a lot of different places. Going from Memphis, we stopped in Milwaukee. We stopped in Homewood. We stopped in Kankakee, Illinois. We stopped at a lot of different places. But that stop is not very long. They tell you, do not get off this train unless they tell you that it is a smoking stop. They will let you know. So what happens is the announcer will come on about 10 minutes before you get to your stop. And he's so polite. Next stop, Milwaukee. Next stop, Milwaukee. He says it at least 3 or 4 times, announcing it that is your stop. If you're in your car with everybody, you're going to see everybody in your car getting ready to get off. So what you have to do is, when you hear them announce your stop, they're going to come back when they're like 2 or 3 minutes away and say your stop is coming up. Please prepare to exit the train. When they say this, you are supposed to get up, get your luggage, get everything you're going to take with you, and make your way, if you upstairs, downstairs, to that door. Everybody has got off the train and the train has started to move again. This young lady, all of a sudden, we hear somebody running through the train. She come running. Stop the train. And y'all know me. I said, I doubt it if they gonna stop it. What's going on? She yelling, stop the train. So come to find out, she comes back when we get, to where we was going once we got to Chicago. Y'all know me. Y'all know I asked her. She said that she was on the phone with her sister, telling her sister that we was pulling into Milwaukee in 10 minutes. She put her headsets, iPods in her ear. Why would you do that? And you get ready to get off the train. So, and he just announced your stop is coming up in like 10 minutes. And she said that when he makes that last announcement, she didn't hear him. So she had to go all the way to Chicago and spend the night, and then she had to go back to Milwaukee the next day. And of course, Amtrak was even polite enough to accommodate her, she told me. And they didn't have to do that because she missed her own train. But they was polite enough. They put her in a hotel until the next day. And I thought that was really nice because she missed the train on her own. So they didn't have to do that. And speaking of accommodations, what happens is a lot of times Amtrak uses the rails of CN, BN, the railroad company. Amtrak doesn't own their own tracks. Yeah, I learned so much. So what causes the train to go slow is if you have a train coming through, say that's from CN or BN, and if that train is a train that needs to keep going, oh, I wish I could think of the name of it. Z-train. I think it was a Z-train. So what happens is Amtrak has to go to a backside train and sit there and allow those trains to come through. And we actually had to do that a couple of times when we was going into Chicago and allow a CN train to come through because they own the track. So they get first priority. So that's another reason that trains move a little slower. I just like to say I really enjoyed my train ride. I want for y'all to tell me where y'all think I should go next. Y'all think I should try the bus, mega bus, try the Greyhound. So I'll try some different things for you all. If y'all like, just comment down below. Y'all know y'all got to leave me a comment now and tell me where you would like to see me go next and how you would like to see me go. Don't come talking about flying, because I told y'all we are not flying for the next probably about 3.5 years, right? We would not be flying, okay? So I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for watching this video. Take a train ride. Choo, 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 choo. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all know that Sweet Pea loves each and every one of you. Comment, hugs, and kisses. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you the next time.